Hello everybody, it's Nym and welcome back to another speed build of our new zoo. Let's be honest, it's been a while since the last video. I have a very good reason for that. Building in this zoo is quite difficult because I've put the bar very, very high for myself. And I want to be able to make the buildings just as good as the main building. And that takes a lot of work. And usually, well, let's be honest, I just build the stuff that I already know and I try to enhance it a little bit. And this I am taking a really new style, going a little bit medieval fantasy style village, sort of. And it is difficult to build in because I want to make it look pretty. And I am very perfectionistic, so it is quite difficult. So you can see me here as well. I want to be able to make the floor or like the terrain exactly flat, and it is not working. And I do want those toilets to be on that main island, and I can't get it to work. Like, I've cut out like 10 minutes of me trying to make it work. But I thought instead of just showing me like, oh no, look, I placed it on this side directly and it worked perfectly, I thought, why not include a little bit of my struggle? Same with the path system, because the paths, oh my goodness, sometimes they are just so annoying. But that's fine. We're working on that. So, you know, our zoo, it doesn't have an animal yet. Before I wanted to include animals in there, I wanted to make sure that it is actually all the way perfect. And today we are actually adding our first animal in there, so stay tuned for that. Take a guess what it will be. But before we do any of that, we are finishing up our toilets. We're making sure that it is totally in the same vibe as everything else. And then we are going to start on our staff village. Because I figured, you know, since the main building sort of resembles it medieval, I don't want to call it a castle, but at the same time it is a castle, if you know what I mean, but it's not like castle, but it is sort of like a castle. I feel like I'm not making any sense, but it's fine. So I wanted to build like this whole town, and in that town there will be habitats, and some portions of the town will be a habitat as well. That's the main idea. I hope it works out. I hope I'm happy with it. So, like I said, the same with the toilets, me figuring out where to place it. This is me trying to figure out how to build a town and how to do that. I only ever built one town that is a zoo. That was my Catalonia zoo. So if you haven't seen that yet, the playlist will be linked at the end of this video. So you can stay tuned for that and you can check that out. That was actually a zoo for a contest. It was like a mini zoo. I didn't win, but I did have a lot of fun in building that entire zoo. It was so much fun. So please check that out. It is amazing, even if I say so myself. And that kind of gave me the inspiration that I can build buildings. So hence why I felt confident enough to tackle this project. And while I'm working on it, I'm deciding, you know, I'm discovering that I'm not that good as I thought I was. Which kind of sucks. But it is human. It's fine, like we can't all be perfect in everything. Like, give me a nature thing that I have to build and I am really amazing at it. Give me a building and then it's gonna take a little while because I'm not that good at it. And that's fine because, you know, when you learn or when you try, you learn. What I tell my students as well, just try, you'll learn from that. And I know how annoying it is now. But in the end, I got to be honest, this building actually looks pretty cool. So I believe this is our staff lounge? I'm not quite sure anymore. I think it's our staff lounge. Yeah, probably it's the staff lounge. I didn't really pay attention. So here you can see me trying to figure out how to make this all look pretty. And in the end I decided with this. Looking back at it, one of those beams probably needs to be a little bit raised. Oh wait, it's the vet station. Right. Yeah, I'm just gonna copy and paste the roof because I forgot what roof it is. I remembered it now, it's the clay roof. And I actually really feel like this build, or like this building, looks kind of medieval. I don't know what you guys think of it, but you know, it's kind of that fantasy vibe that you're looking for. At least in my mind. And completely honest, I just copy and pasted the building. Just gonna be honest about that. I just did copy paste and then I removed the inside building and replaced it with a quarantine. Yeah, the quarantine, which, you know, I needed to be a little bit altered to build. Every building is just a little bit different, but in hindsight, it is just all the same building with a different staff facility in there, and I just enhanced it a little because sometimes you have windows, sometimes you don't have windows, you know, stuff like that. So we have our vet station, I think that's the trade station, isn't it? Or the research lab. And we have the quarantine. We are going to place the staff lounge next. And then we're going to place, I believe, some water and power, even though this is in sandbox mode. So, and I have enabled that everything is always powered and animal welfare is off, so I can build whatever the heck I want without, you know, needing to take care of animal business and animal needs. So yeah, that's also, if you look at the Castlonians, you'll understand why I did that. I think I also made sure that animals can't escape. So, who knows? But I'll probably will be working with normal barriers and enclosures and not just null barriers. But I do feel like this is pretty. Even if I say so myself. I really kind of like this. It's nice. And there I realized, oh wait, it's always powered. Well, never mind then, but I still put it in there. Yeah, look, this is the trade station, isn't it? Trade center. And I believe, what else are we missing? Workshop. I think we're missing the workshop. Yeah, this as well. This could have been done in a way better way, more efficient way as well. But I decided to do it like that. You know what? And that's fine. It is just me. And I kind of like it. So recently, you know, you can just watch the video and I'll talk about my life and I'll, you know, do the podcast that is my life. Recently, I have been getting into Hogwarts Legacy. I finally have the game. I already had it a while on PC, and now I also have it on my PlayStation. Oh my goodness. It is amazing. If you haven't, you know, just, if you can, and you like Harry Potter, buy the game. It is so cool. I really, really like it. And if you don't want to buy the game or you just want to watch someone play the game, you can tune in on my second channel. There are walkthroughs and videos of me playing the game. They are unedited and they are quite long because they are also streams. I decided to stream this game on my Twitch channel. I do have a Twitch channel and I use it, well, not that often to be honest. But sometimes I use it, so if you want to witness a live stream of me, you can subscribe to me there. And live stream of me is basically me chatting about me for like an hour or two. So, you know, that's always fun. Because my mouth never stops talking. It is very true, unfortunately. Yeah. Ooh, yeah, this is gonna be fun. This was me trying to create a circle. It works a little bit. I feel like it's more an oval shape, but, you know, you get the drift. And we are actually making a little... what would you call it? A lake? No, not a lake. A pond. We're creating a little pond in the middle there, and I really, really like this. And the landscaping skills that it took. Look at that, rock formations. They're just pretty. So, given that this pond is really shallow, I wanted to make some rocks, you know, fly upwards from it. And we also made this a vista point. So, guests will come here and they'll say like, "Ooh, what a pretty vista point." Or knowing the Planet Zoo guests, they will just be there and be like, "Ugh, why am I looking at this? This is not at all what I imagined." You know, just like, I can see the creator put some medium thought into this habitat. Like, no, my entire heart and soul went into this and you just think it's medium. Whatever. And look, I thought of everything. We put a little gate here so, you know, little Bobby doesn't fall into the pond and drowns. I have thought about these things. And I am trying to do that, or going to try to do that, throughout the entire zoo, making it, well, semi-realistic, obviously. It's like a fantasy medieval town. But I do want to take proper precautions into railings along the paths and, you know, near ponds and everything. So, truth be told, you don't have them everywhere yet on the main building, because sometimes... well, not sometimes, because really I thought I might make some more junctions in there, and I don't want to have to delete things. So while I'm not perfectly sure what I'm doing with the path, I didn't place it yet, but you know, this is just a pond, it's circular, so... whatever, it can just stand there. I know we are nicing it up with some flowers, and I know I say this every single time, but if there were a Planet Botanical Garden, I would totally buy it, okay? Do you hear me? You hear me? Okay, Planet Botanical, please? It's just amazing. I want to say I wish we had butterflies in the game, but we do have butterflies in the game. Perhaps I'll make these, perhaps I'll make some butterfly gardens in here as well. That'd be pretty cool. Yes. Look at the little ferns we're placing. Like, that's me checking out the vista point, like, is this nice enough? I'm not sure. Who knows? And here we are, our first animal. Aha! It is an exhibit animal! Probably fooled you there. I'm so good. Oh, I'm not. I believe it's a bullfrog. I don't really remember, but I think it was a bullfrog. And it took me some while to build it because I wanted it to be pretty and I wanted it to be different than other normal exhibits. So we put this information thing, and I thought, you know what, I'm just going to put it on the ground. I'm going to hide it in the roof. So we're going to place it there, and then we are going to, yeah, the American bullfrog it is indeed. You know, and then you can look up and see it. So instead of looking down at the screen, you can look up and you see all the information like this. And I actually thought it was really clever. I went to a zoo in I think it was in Rome where they did this, so I really quite liked it. Let me guys know what you think of this. And obviously we're putting some benches and bins. We are using the aquatic stuff just because they have a really good vibe. I feel like with kind of my vibe for the zoo. I was thinking about this thing and then I decided, nope, let's not use that thing. And the bullfrog, I'm just going to call it a bullfrog, I'm not entirely sure anymore, but I think it's a bullfrog. He has a temperate and aquatic environment, what do you call it, habitat? Biome. So the plants around here are going to be that as well. I'm not quite sure about how I'm going to set up my zoo. You know, what animals and how to distribute that. If you have any thoughts of ideas, please let me know in the comments down below. I always, you know, look for suggestions and tips. We are almost at the end of this video. As said, at the end there will be a link to the playlist of the Catalonia Zoo, which is a mini zoo that I built. I'm really, really proud of that, so do make sure you check that out. I believe it's a zoo from last year, so please excuse some of the buildings and some of the terrain works. It's a little bit weird, but I'd really put my heart and soul into that zoo, so check it out if you want to. And as always, leave your recommendations, tips, tricks, whatever. Leave it in the comments down below. If you haven't already, you can subscribe to the channel if you want to, of course. And do check out the second channel and the Twitch stream and all my other social media. It is all linked down below. And I will leave you with this final little outro of the zoo. And I will hope to see you on the next episode on this series. Bye guys!